and you go all the way, all the way, all the way around the sun and back again, back again, back to.
So in terms of processing, very simple. It's also got a delay on it. It's got some of my favourite Tal chorus. As I said, this project file will be available. All you're going to need to, well, you're going to have ANA 2 and Kick 2. Hopefully most of you should have that. The only external plugin you're going to need is this Tal chorus, and it is free, so it shouldn't be a problem for anybody on PC or Mac. I was quite strict with myself about what I used. Where was I? Right, let's turn these effects off. Very, very simple. I've left this quite dry. Are we even going through reverb? Yeah, it's going through a tiny little bit of reverb, and that's going to be the galactic reverb. This is like the general purpose big reverb. I think, yeah. So we're not going through the vocal reverb, because I wanted to differentiate the ad-libs from the main vocals. I wanted them more as an effect. Let's just turn that effect off.
All the way.
So that's completely dry. This is with the delay on.
All the way.
So again, it's just doing a little bit of spatial shenanigans. Chorus.
All the way.
That really thickens it up. And then finally some EQ. Bottom end being taken out just again just in case. And the same region, 4 to 500, just dipping that little, like, really intense nasal area.
All the way.
Let's listen to that.
All the way.
Yeah, that can really poke through, especially when you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. When you've got 8 channels of vocals, that nasally area can really start to build up. So that's why I take it out of almost everything. That's for his voice. It might be different. It might move a little bit on other human beings. And then finally, I'm going to just switch on this galactic, what is it called? Galactic choral hall that I used. This is just to place it in a different space than the other vocals.
All the way.
Okay, so that's quite subtle, actually. I haven't sent a lot of it to it. And that's pretty much it for the vocals. Again, I was very, very lucky that this guy sent over such a fantastic set of vocals. If you can get that, brilliant. If you are ever working with a vocalist, this is what you kind of want to go for. You don't want to have a vocal sent to you and then have to sit there editing it for 3 hours. It can be a pain. But this guy knows what he's doing. So thank you, Clark. If he contacts me back with the signal chain before this video goes out, I'll try and get an edit in, or I might add it to YouTube when the intro goes up on YouTube. I might try and add it there. Hopefully I can get through to him before then. So altogether, have I got all the effects on? Everything's on, yeah. So already, all the stuff at the top here we've already looked at. So already, just with this, the meat and bones of the track's really there.
All the way around the sun and back again, back to where you came from, to another star.
Now what we haven't got there at the moment is the automation. The automation's all switched off. We'll have a look at the automation later. And I've also got my mastering chain deactivated. Now, something I do more and more these days, actually almost everything I make these days, once I get to this stage,
all the way,
I will tend to then run it through mastering. Because what I do is I'll get a track to this stage, I level it as I go. Now, you don't have to do it this way, and there's probably lots of you out there going, oh my God, I can't believe you mix like that. But this is how I do it. It's at this point, I'll tend to run it through mastering so I can listen to it in the car the next day. And this is just so that I can get an idea of whether or not I'm going down the right road with the levels and everything. I do have the Spotify playlists as my reference tracks as I'm going, but I'm not really one for being a slave to sounding exactly like them. I try to work with what I'm doing rather than do what somebody else has done. It's not to say that theirs is wrong. I've got my own way of doing things. So the point of this is that, in fact, let's just turn the mastering. No, I won't turn the mastering on yet. I want it to be a surprise later. Shh. It's nothing special. It's just how I've done it in this case, because I usually use third-party programs for mastering. I'm rambling. What was I talking about? Yeah, so at the moment, this is the very raw nuts and bolts of the track.
When we go to the other side, upload your mind for a brand new life. And you go all the way around the sun and back again, back to where.
So yeah, we're getting there. Next thing we'll look at is I'm gonna look at doing some of the track layout next, I think, because we need to put the intro in. The intro's missing, and I've got a break that I've done, a little break in the middle. Possibly we need to look at the transitions or the transition effects, because they make such a massive difference to any track. So anyway, probably a little bit of track layout next. So I'll see you there. Cheers.